Well, hello, welcome back to M&M Model Railways. M&M stands for Michael and Michelle. We are a husband and wife team, and we are building a in-scale model train layout together. In this video, I'm going to be planning my hayfield, the irrigation ditches, the dirt ditch, the concrete ditch, and as well as the borrow pit that will take the water back to the river. So let's watch this video, and let's head into my living room right now, and hope you enjoy it. And hope you give me a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you after the video is over. So as irrigations actually work, what I've accomplished here, as you know, if you've been watching my video playlist, right here I have a concrete ditch that I'm going to turn into a dirt ditch. And then that dirt ditch is going to access this irrigation ditch here. This irrigation ditch will irrigate this field right here, and then it'll outlet on into the borrow pit that will take it back to the river. So I'll be building this up to make this look like concrete, and I'll widen this a little bit more so this looks like the borrow pit. So I'll make it a little wider, and so it'll look like they're and we'll have a fence around this hayfield that will come up to the ditch bank here, and this will all be hayfield. And then when the farmer irrigates his hayfield, it's going to run this way, and then hopefully it'll just work itself back into the river eventually. Over time, this will be soggy because this ground will be wet over here when he's irrigating. But for the time that this is not being irrigated, this will dry out, and this will grow pretty good. So we'll run the irrigation ditch here, and we might have a little hay storage here along this way. But this is all going to be hayfield. There will be a road that will access this ditch bank over here, and this guy will just have to, when he pulls down here, he'll just have to back up and go on the road and go whichever he wants to go. As you can see, there's a guy that's fishing here on the bank of the river. We'll be putting a few more fishermen in there. And like I said, I'm going to make this a dirt irrigation ditch. And then this will feed right here as it comes up. It'll feed this concrete irrigation ditch. And then we'll make a curve coming around here. So whatever comes out of the irrigation ditch will come into the borrow pit and back into the ground over there. So as you can tell, I've been doing that. Right here is a little plastic straw that I'm going to paint to look silver, and it'll look like a culvert that goes underneath this road and underneath this area over here to a head gate that you can see right here. There's a head gate there. So that's the concept. And this whole area over here will be a cattle operation. There will be a sale barn, and then probably over here we'll put a cabin of some sort for the people that own and run this hayfield and that cattle situation there. All the work in progress. So check back in this video as I begin to develop this a little bit more and add some color in it. It ought to be fun and entertaining as we duplicate a little irrigation ditch going into borrow pit off of a irrigation ditch. So I'll see you in a little bit. You can also smooth out your ditches with a little wire brush. So you'll throw it everywhere, but just have a vacuum handy and you can vacuum that out of there. Make it look like a borrow pit. So it's I'll be going over this with some Sculpta mold and some plaster cloth as well to give this the final shape that I want. But I just want it to look like it's the dirt ditch is feeding in here and going underneath a culvert that'll be controlled over here. We can turn the river water up and down here. There'll be another head gate here that the farmer will actually control, and then he'll irrigate his ditch here, and then the water will go down into the borrow pit and out into the river, as you can see over there. I think that's a pretty good display of what we can do with little areas. So we'll be sculpting, molding this, and putting some plaster cloth down inside the ditch, because I'm going to dump water resin down in there to make it look like it's got water in there. Let me do a flip around so you can see what. Well, as you can see right there, I've got the ditch that I'm going to make into dirt. Just going to take this base color and paint over that. And then I'll make a little head gate here like I did right there. There'll be a little head gate for the farmer. That'll be a concrete ditch. That'll be a wooden borrow pit like you'll see. And there'll be a culvert that will come across here. I'll put a little piece of pipe down in there and paint that silver. There'll probably be another one right down in there. So the farmer has access to inside of it and to the end of it. That'll be a pretty cool deal. And he will, there'll be a road right here, so he'll drive down here, and or the ditch rider can drive in here and control that head gate water right there. That's how it's done in the farming community. I grew up in the Nebraska area, and I grew up with in a farming community. My stepdad was a ditch rider, so I learned a lot about that. This area back here is representing the cattle operation. This piece of paper here actually has the blueprints to the quality meat stockyards. And this little thing right here is going to be a barn. So I'll have two semis that'll be backed up to it, because it's going to be a shipping and shipping and sales barn. And in that area we'll put a cabin or an office or something there. So once I get this all done here, we've got to start moving over here. So that's what my plan is. So I want to get this irrigation ditch done, and I'll be ordering that area there in a couple months as soon as I get the front of it done, so I don't have to reach across a lot of this to do it. So I think that's looking pretty good. Won't take much to make that look like it's an irrigation operation. So like I said, it'll have a little barbed wire fence around it, and it'll look pretty cool. The fence will come down this side of the pasture, and then into here, and then across here. The borrow pit will be on the highway side. We'll bring that that fence at an angle and bring it around here. We'll see how it turns out. Always changing the way things look. We're always doing things a little bit different. So that's the irrigation field. I know that's a little small, but when you consider what it's going to look like when it's all done, I think it's going to look pretty cool. Check back in a little bit and we'll see some more of this progress. I think the biggest part of any model railroad building is planning it. You've got to be able to visualize it in your head, and as you've seen in that picture in the video there, this is the same picture right here that I'm trying to duplicate. I'm trying to get an irrigation ditch that will look like that in this picture right here. It's a lot harder to do that in scale. I've got to figure out how I'm going to duplicate those irrigation pipes that you see there also. Very difficult job, but I can do it. So hope you like this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up to let me know. Please subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video when we begin to put plaster cloth on our hayfield area. We're going to cover the ditches as well. I'll see you soon.